What's up, cretins? What's up, creeps? My name is Chris. I am the only person talking horror movies on the internet. So today I'm going to be putting my reputation on the line as I attempt to predict what the long-term legacies will be of the horror movies that I caught in theaters in June of 2024. My analysis is going to be based upon box office, early audience reactions, and my own personal opinion as a self-proclaimed expert of both stuff and things. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so let's start off by talking about Watchers. For all of those that are claiming that Watchers is a bad movie, Watchers is not a bad movie, okay? It was a terrible, embarrassing movie. 2024's biggest exercise in nepotism will end up on many worst of lists of the year. I sure as shit know it's on mine. It's gonna pit Ishana Night Shyamalan against her father for her first ever award, which will be a Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Director of the Year. He is in a terrible era himself. I do not have high hopes for Trap. She's gonna have a hard time finding studio backing if she's looking to stay in the same genre. I think she will. I think that she's gonna flop on her second feature as well before she either takes a hiatus or decides to do something her own. And she should try something else before doing something like this again. I don't think that this worked. I think that she should follow maybe like Jason Reitman's footsteps, do her own thing before following Dad. She's not incompetent, she's just incapable of this. I think the original story will get a reboot in its own native homeland of Ireland, and I think that that movie is going to be much, much better. Couldn't be much worse. Let's move on to The Exorcism. Russell Crowe's fucking stupid Exorcism movie that's somehow fucking stupider than the fucking stupid Exorcism movie that he did last year is gonna end up on some streaming service within the next few months. At that point, all of the people that don't realize that Russell Crowe is doing these movies because he's no longer a bankable talent are gonna be popping into TikTok lives of horror creators and saying, "Whoa, did you see the new Exorcism movie? Was pretty good. Pretty good. Got Russell Crowe. I mean, he was Gladiator." Yeah, he was. 24 years ago. Much like him, this is going to fade into relative obscurity. Let's move on to Munjya. You didn't see me busting this one out, did you? Well, this is a fever dream of a Bollywood film where moss-colored 1997 CGI Gollum here wants to get married. I don't know, I guess he's like Indian Beetlejuice? I don't know. I kind of enjoyed this. I really didn't mind it. It was never a chore by any stretch of the imagination. But I also kind of don't really have the desire to ever watch this again. I don't think it'll play well to Western audiences. Legacy of this, stateside at least, is that this will be the first time that you hear of this movie, and you will never hear about this movie ever again. And let's wrap it up with A Quiet Place Day One. This is kind of a tricky one, because while I feel that this could be the strongest in the series, I also feel that the similarities and the limitations of stories that you can tell in this universe are starting to peek through. I think that this gets a direct sequel. I think that the original run also gets another sequel. And I think the latter of those two is going to merge these two universes. I think Jaimin Hansu is going to get his own film where he's the lead. And I think that there's going to be yet another tangential story that happens alongside this. Possibly Cillian Murphy's. I think that one of those stories is going to be the first to bomb within this universe. And the franchise is going to lay dormant for a while, if not indefinitely. I think debate over whether Day One is the best of the franchise or the beginning of its downfall is what its ultimate legacy is going to be. So that's going to do it for today. Do all these things. Let me know what you think is going to happen long term with these movies. With Longlegs and Maxine coming up later this month, let me know if you'd like to see me do this again at the end of July. As always, this is all a matter of opinion. Yours counts more than mine. See them yourself. Remain critical. Support horror. Thank you.